In recent years, scientists have uncovered a lot of new information about shark psychology, but the day-to-day life of sharks remains fairly mysterious. Most shark species are very difficult to study because they travel quickly over long distances, sometimes even traveling into the deep sea. To sum it up, they live in a world that is largely inaccessible to us. But we do know that sharks are solitary animals, well, for the most part. They typically live and hunt by themselves, joining up with other sharks only under certain circumstances, well, such as mating. Some sharks will form schools on occasion. However, researchers aren't really sure why this occurs, because the sharks that do this don't really need protection from other predators, and they don't feed in schools. In any case, this behavior is pretty rare in other shark species. Most of the time, sharks usually swim alone. But when sharks hunt, they mostly rely on the element of surprise in some way. In some camouflage species of carpet sharks, such as the various species of wobblegott and angel sharks, they have mastered this element perfectly. The shark blends in with the surroundings, whether it's the ocean floor or a coral reef, waiting for unsuspecting prey. But when a fish does swim close enough, the shark lunges its jaws forward and swallows the fish whole, all within a split second. But in active hunters, the element of surprise works a little bit differently. Great whites and other larger predatory sharks that hunt bigger animals proceed very cautiously when stalking their prey. Once it has found its chosen target, the shark will circle at some distance, sizing up the situation. When it's ready to strike, the shark moves quickly, landing one good bite before the animal knows what is happening. Often the first strike is significant and brutal, and is used to immobilize the prey. Researchers off South Africa and California have observed great whites behaving this way when hunting seals or sea lions. They'll usually take one massive bite and then wait for the seal to bleed out, or weaken from blood loss. This sort of hunting takes a lot of energy out of the shark, so the species that utilize this type of hunting typically don't eat more than a couple of times a week. But sharks that eat smaller prey typically feed fewer times a day. But on rare occasions, sharks will have coordinated hunts. Researchers have surprisingly seen this behavior in seven-gill sharks off South Africa. When these sharks hunt large fur seals, they rely on strength in numbers. One large fur seal is too big for a single shark to take down itself. So these sharks have actually devised a unique plan to take down these seals. They'll first create a wide ring around a single seal, and then they'll slowly move in. When they get close enough, one shark will suddenly attack, and the rest will follow. This sort of behavior also happens in other shark species, but it's been rarely observed. Scientists also know that migration plays a big role in the lives of most shark species. The main reason most sharks migrate is to follow their food. Different types of marine animals have been known to gather in Pacific areas, whether it's for breeding, to lay eggs, or for other reasons. Sharks have been also known to recognize different types of human activities and associate them with food supply. Some species of sharks, like the oceanic whitetip, have been known to circle fishing boats and dive sites, knowing this is an opportunity to get a free meal. Sharks are far more than just fearsome predators. They're sophisticated creatures with behaviors and patterns that continue to amaze us. From being solitary hunters to rare social gatherings. From developing different ways of tackling down their prey to their incredible migrations. While much remains undiscovered about their daily lives, each new piece of information helps us better understand and protect these fascinating predators of the deep. The ocean holds many mysteries, and sharks are some of its greatest.